tryna get next to you, tryna get next to your body, oh yeah. Your love is too good for you, it's too good for you, oh yeah. I'm tryna get next to you, tryna get next to your body, oh yeah.
So the Sonic Frontiers trailer came out yesterday, and surprisingly, it got a lot of negative reviews. A lot of people were saying that the map looked dead, you know, the gameplay, you know, stuff like that. So I decided to watch it myself today because I was curious on what the, I don't want to say what the problem was, but like what everyone was so mad about. And now that I've watched the trailer, and again, guys, don't take this title out of context. I agree. I do believe that this trailer was underwhelming. I do believe that it could have been better, that it should have been better. However, I do believe that everyone is overreacting, and I do think that the game can still be really good. I believe that in this trailer they were hiding a lot of things. At least this is what I'm hoping. Like people said, this looked like a tech test or whatever they said, like a little test. Because to be honest, to me, all this trailer really showed off was the map. And the map to me is fine. I don't really see the problem. Like a lot of people were saying, it looks like you just put it in Unreal Engine 4, got a couple assets, and you put Sonic in there. And you would think that by now they would be able to show us more, but a Sonic game without enemies is just ridiculous. And I honestly believe that we are overreacting, because I saw some people saying like, wow, so there's no enemies in the Sonic game, like we're just running around the map. Like, no guys, I don't think that's how the game is going to be. At least I hope not. I do believe we're overreacting just a little bit. I believe that this trailer was really meant to show the map more so and just to show the movement. I think they were really trying to show off one thing that a lot of us were complaining about, including me, and that was that the games, especially recently, were mostly in 2D. Instead of like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 where it was like mostly 3D, like kind of like the game now. So, and what I mean by 3D is I mean like the movement, the dimensions in which you can move. So if you take a game like Sonic Colors, there was rarely any 3D movement. There was more 2D movement than 3D movement. And what I mean is you could only go up and down and left and right. There wasn't a like Z axis that you could move in that direction. Like you couldn't go forward and back. You could only go left and right, up and down. So like with a Wii controller, for example, that was what Sonic Colors came out on. You take a Wii controller, you have the little D-pad where the arrows are at, and you could only go left and right, up and down. But in a what's it called? But in a 3D kind of, and people know what I'm saying, but in a game where you can kind of move in 3 dimensions, you can go forward, backwards, up, down, left, right. So that's what I'm trying to get at here. And I believe that a lot of people who are complaining about how Sonic Colors and all these games were mostly 2D, I think a lot of people didn't really, you know, take the time to actually notice that, okay, so Sonic Frontiers, they fixed the problem that a lot of us were complaining about. So I think that, like I said, we're not looking at the good things, we're only looking at the bad. That's one. And two, I do think that it is ridiculous to think that there will be no enemies in a Sonic game. And three, we're completely missing on, or we're completely forgetting about a whole another aspect of the game. And that's why I think this was just a show off the map, because this game is supposed to have like a little story to it. And even the trailer alluded to some kind of story. So with Sonic not even talking in this little gameplay teaser, I find it, there is just no way you're telling me that this Sonic game is what we saw. There's no way. I promise you guys, there's gonna be like, was there even a GUI? There wasn't even GUI in that. Like, no. Like, guys, honestly, I want people to stop like overreacting, because I do believe that the game is going to be good. I don't believe that what we saw is what we're actually gonna get in any way. Like, you didn't even see like a targeting system when you could like jump up and, you know, there was like a little target on where you're about to go. You didn't even see that in this trailer. If this is the game we're getting, I will never touch another Sonic game. I haven't bought a Sonic game since Sonic Mania, and before that, I didn't buy a Sonic game since Sonic Generations. So, if this game, I promise you, for the next decade, I will not touch a Sonic game. If that test or whatever that we saw is the game, but I am 95% sure. Okay, 90%. Okay, 90%. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, 90%. I am 90% sure. Okay, 80. I'm 80% sure that what we saw in that trailer is not going to be what we actually get, because it's just, and this is my raw reaction. I've only watched the trailer once. I haven't watched it multiple times, but this is my very raw reaction. I don't really see that being the game that we get. Now, if it is, and I'm wrong, then hey, I'm wrong. But you didn't even see like the little tips around the map. Like you didn't really see anything. Well, the first thing I thought when I was watching that trailer, I was like, the map is nice, but it seems really, really dead. Like, especially when you're talking about an open world game, like you would think that there's like animals, people around, things to do. It's an open world game, but in the trailer, all you really see is just Sonic by himself running around, not even making. Think about that. When he jumped and when he slammed down, he wasn't even making noises. I'm pretty sure he wasn't even like saying anything. Like, was that not like off-putting? You know what I'm saying? And I just really don't think that that's how the game's gonna end up. Like I said, at this very moment, based on that trailer, yes, the map is very bland. The map is kind of boring. Well, the map isn't bland, but the game itself just looks really boring. It does. And like I said, all of the criticisms that you guys have for the game, hey, like I said, I fully agree. I'm not disagreeing with any bad thing that anybody has to say about the game. I'm just saying that I think we are jumping the gun a little bit. I do believe that the game will not be anything like that when it actually comes out. I believe that when it drops, and like I said, I could be wrong. We can come back to this video in the fourth quarter of 2022, and we could be like, man, this Dyloh was an idiot, and that could very well be the case. And I will take full responsibility for that. I will own up to it. And I'm not saying that the game is going to be good. I'm just saying what we saw in that trailer, I don't think that's going to be it. But if we look at the positives, I think the puzzles were okay, especially for a kid's game. Now, my biggest problem with the gameplay was that you can't really move fast. I like to move fast in the Sonic game, me personally, and I feel like kind of like that slow gameplay where you're kind of like figuring things out in the puzzles. It's not really my thing, but because I just like to move fast and like go through the levels. Kind of like level 1 of Sonic Colors, like you're just going through, like it was a real cool experience. It's kind of like the first level of a lot of Sonic games, and I really appreciate that. So I don't know, man. I don't know. These are kind of, like I said, my raw thoughts, but generally speaking, I just hope that the game is open world. It has some level of interaction in it, and that the story is good. If anything else, please make the story good. They brought the writers back. They brought one of the writers back, I'm pretty sure. So I can't remember his name. I'm not as into it as other people are, but I know that they brought a really good writer back. So I just hope that this story mode is really good, man, because that's something that's been lacking for a while now in these Sonic games. But again, I do believe that this game is going to be pretty good. I don't believe that it'll be anything like it was in the trailer, but I don't know. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. If there are any Sonic fans that are joining us, man, let me know what you think. With that being said, it's your boy Dyloh. Road to 5K. We almost there. And let me know what you think about Sonic in the comments. And we out.